So, does your team have a productivity problem or do they actually have a friction problem? Because from the outside, everyone looks busy. Designers are working, founders are solving problems, project managers are on the calls, and WhatsApp is buzzing. Emails keep arriving, meetings fill up the calendar, everyone is occupied. So, it feels like the business is productive, but for a lot of companies, it's not moving forward still because it's simply working hard to overcome its own operating system. Here is a simple test. Think about yesterday. How much time did your team spend searching for information, looking for the latest drawing, looking for the final client approval email, clarifying what somebody meant by saying what they did in a meeting, waiting for a decision, following up with a consultant, explaining the same issue to a bunch of different stakeholders? None of these activities appear on a project schedule, yet they're happening every single day. And that's why they're so dangerous, because most firms measure work. Very few measure these things, i.e., measure friction. The visible cost is obvious. People spend time looking for, searching for, waiting, and coordinating for something or the other. But the hidden cost is much, much larger. Every interruption forces somebody to stop thinking about something important and answer something else. Every unanswered question delays another decision. Every missing document creates yet another conversation. Now multiply that across 10 people, 20 projects, 50 working weeks in a year, and you're no longer working hours. You're building an organization where friction has become a normal way of working. At Immaculate Platform, we believe that productivity gains, the largest of them, they rarely come from asking people to work harder, longer. They come by removing the shackles, the reasons that work stops in the first place, and that's a very important distinction because creative work compounds when people can stay focused. Operational workflow, it compounds when information flows without resistance, like plumbing. So here's a practical way to diagnose your business. For the next week, don't ask your team what they completed. Instead, ask them what prevented or what stopped you from completing work today. And not once. Ask them every day for a few days. And very soon you'll realize that you're hearing the same answers. I was waiting for approval. I could not find the latest information. The client never responded to me. We were not sure which version was correct, so we had a discussion about that. We had to wait for another meeting. These are not individual problems. These are organizational friction. These are patterns which have begun to repeat, and consequently, they're no longer project level issues. They've become operating system, operating model, workflow, process level issues. And the goal isn't to eliminate every interruption, that's impossible. The goal is to eliminate the most frequent, most high impact, most recurring interruptions, the ones that your organization has already experienced a dozen times before. See, every repeated interruption should leave behind something valuable. It should leave behind a more robust, more flexible, maybe, process. It should leave behind a cleaner responsibility matrix. It should leave behind a documented decision, a smarter workflow. At Immaculate Platform, we believe that productivity isn't measured by how busy your people are. It's measured by how little unnecessary effort is needed to be able to produce exceptional work, because busy teams don't necessarily build better businesses. Teams that continue to remove friction, they do. And that's the difference between an organization which survives with each project versus an organization that compounds, that becomes stronger because of each and every project that it delivers every time. Everything you've seen in this video and will continue to see as part of videos in this series is based on principles that we've spent years building into the Immaculate Platform. If you'd like to experience them inside an operating system built ground up purely for design and architecture firms, start your free trial today at immaculate.co.in/trial. Thank you.